And we're back. Talk about running the gauntlet for timing.
Yep.
Welcome.
Welcome.
There's nothing else to say, folks. Some nice person brought us a treat, but I think they had evil intentions.
Weens and beaners.
Or
Beans
just,
and wieners.
should we just say curry?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. If it gets too crazy, I'm out of here.
You know what they say
You're on
about
your own.
friends, keeping friends close. Just saying. So let's go to some of these other points that we need to cover. You should tell people again why we're here.
Doing this telethon to raise some financing in order to stay on the air and continue to go on the air and spend more time on the air. You can send a e-transfer to kirk.kayer, Kayer, @gmail.com.
It's at the bottom there.
It's on the bottom on the scroll. You can also go onto the hhg.com radio website and look at
Contact us.
contact us, and it'll give you a bunch of information on all the different things you can do. Advertise. We can build you advertising, so you can pick up 6, 8, 10 spots a day on the radio, whatever. It's up to you. But any help would be greatly appreciated.
The other thing that we're trying to do is inform people, just give them a chance to be aware that there is another media source to share with the public. It's not the same as a podcast. It's not the same as, this is designed to be a full-fledged media with audio, video, and print. Social media as well, but where we're going to be able to share all of the information, the documentation, the whole works, with the evidence regarding the story to allow you to come to your own conclusion rather than the preamble that traditional media has been spreading for the last number of years. So that's where the basics are. When you look at how to sponsor or add to shows or any of that stuff, you can see that we've got how to make a donation, how to subscribe. We have an offer that if you're not really up for making a bigger donation, but you can do $30 a month, you can subscribe. And the subscription is for a year, but you can cancel at any time. So it's kind of a way to hold us accountable to the messages that we're suggesting. You can, without a doubt, buying the advertising or sponsoring a show, these are all part of the equation. Again, if you just go to the Contact Us link, and once you click on the magic button, it'll bring you over to a screen similar to, the white one you see on the screen right now.
That's right.
So that's important for you guys to kind of know as part of our need to raise funds. But there's also some more for you to look at. This is who we're looking to have use our media. And that is the citizens of our province and country and our world, I guess. Political parties. You have a message that needs to go out, send it to us. Come on, be an interview. We'll have you on as a guest. We'll share your information. We'll discuss it, obviously. You have a club or an association, we'll definitely allow you to participate. We want that information to go out. Governments, social organizations, those are kind of the keys that we think are important.
Yeah, for sure.
We've been trying to find somebody, and if you can help us out, we'd appreciate it. The eastern slope of the Rockies coal mining, that apparently is an issue. We would love to discuss that with somebody who's knowledgeable. But we offer these groups some other things, which is important to know. And the first one is we'll take call-ins. If it's pre-scheduled, you can take a call-in. We'll do an interview with you. If it's live and at that moment, you can message us. We'll get you in as a call-in, and you can report the information that you've got going on at that moment.
Yep.
We can provide video links, so we can send you the video link like you've seen in some of our other guests in our earlier hours. You can just write an article, supply it with your documents and your evidence, and ship it off to us. And we have different platforms so we can distribute that out as well. The focus groups is something interesting because for us, it's all about finding the solutions. And the solutions have to be put together by people, and I'm going to say smarter than us, but ultimately who are frontline in the situations themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So in the terms of coming up with educational solutions, finding teachers, administration, principals, PTA, parents groups, youth groups that have input on improvements that our education system is currently up against.
Mm-hmm.
That would be an example of a single focus group. You just meet online like every other meeting that's going on these days on Zoom or whatever platform you want to use. But we want to do that and share the results from these focus groups publicly so people know that they're not being hijacked and they have a chance to provide some input.
Yeah. And then we can talk to the public about it. They can share, come in, live stream, whatever, chat, come on the chat.
And discuss what's taking place. The other thing that becomes really interesting is it's our hope as part of this media release to at some point in time have our man on the street. One of our associates tried this recently with, I think it was 4 questions or 5 questions he asked people who would come up and talk with him. It works really well, but what it does show is that the man on the street has a different answer than the surveys the government runs, which I think is really quite funny.
That's right.
And the last thing is advertising. Now, we have the platforms, so if you're looking to advertise, we have a way to get your supporting of a truth, fact-based media. It's kind of like support by association.
That's right.
And those are just some of the tools or groups that we're going to immediately affect, keeping a real eye on the municipal, provincial, federal, and global issues that are taking place that affect Albertans.
That's right.
And we go back to that same thing that we talked about before. If not now, getting involved, when? And if not us,
It has to be now. Can't wait.
if not us, who are you going to have fill that role that is needed by the public so badly?
Mm-hmm.
So those are just some of the things that, at least from a consideration standpoint, you may want to just look at, or at least accept as information about what it is that we're doing. Now, we're going to do this for 24 hours. We're only a little under a third of the way through. And quite frankly, he's already starting to fade. I don't know how long I'm going to do it. Maybe a week. I could stay up all night around
Well,
the
I just
clock.
got a phone call. I got an important meeting I got to go to.
Yeah, I don't. It just in your truck, you're going to have that meeting
For an hour.
for an hour. Yeah, just a quick little cat nap. I'm not saying I'd love to make it through 24 hours. That would be our ideal goal.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to make sure that we're getting results for the work that we're putting in. So often, I mean, we've been doing this for a really long time, folks, and we're seeing the reach grow. We're seeing impact. We know that there are people who are concerned about what it is that we're doing.
Yes, they are. Our families, especially.
And it has to be all of us, or no change will take place. So, just keep everything clear and keep it up to speed. That's kind of what it is that we've been here for, and what it is that we're trying to promote. And the more we go through this, the more common some of these situations are that they keep happening over and over and over again. Our bird group, the ostrich farm activities.
Mm-hmm.
We were trying to go through exactly what the ramifications are to the general public and even during our broadcast, uh, the impact of what's taking place. We're just waiting for the results to come back from the Supreme Court. Now it's supper time for you guys out there in the real world. But at the same point in time, all day long, things have been going on. We haven't got a recent update from anybody. But we know the police are still extremely active. We know that the Alphabet kids, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, they've been active and they're gearing up in case it's a positive, not a positive, a
Negative result from the Supreme Court.
and they're doing it. So we know that we were asked previously by some of the people there to suggest if you have the time and the inclination to head down to the ostrich farm to provide that extra line of support, to be another voice that they have a hard time quietening. And you know, technology has a really interesting way of messing up at the last minute. Just notice this. Apparently someone doesn't want us to be on all of our platforms.
Yeah, what's going on now?
Well, we just confirmed that we were broadcasting live on our website. Now, Facebook is working right now.
No, it's gone.
And now it's gone for some reason, which makes no sense. But hopefully you're listening through Facebook and you'll come over to the radio station when it's time. But for right now, some things don't make any sense. What are some of the other things that we should be talking about?
We said the word government too many times.
Government, yeah.
Government.
Oh,
We can scroll through our feed. Let's look for something because we're running out of. We got to get to something else.
oh, you are just so
We
naughty.
got to come up with some stuff.
All right, well, I'm going to take a look to see if there's anything out there that,
Now, Pat will be coming on here in an hour.
yeah,
Something like that, and then I got Kirk Reese in a couple of hours, 3 hours. I'll cover a couple more hours for us.
well, let's go through the basics. I think that the CBC, our national news provider, is a great start
That's a great place to start.
to talk about issues that are front and center in the news. So let's go through some of the basics. So when I take a look at CBC, and yes, they have lots of global things, but let's do the Edmonton area first with the news that they're bringing in.
Okay.
So Frog Lake apparently is growing. That's a good thing. But they have problems out in Frog Lake.
Too many frogs?
No, it's not that.
Is it an actual frog lake?
No, it's a reserve of
reserve.
some kind.
Okay.
And we've got people who just recently have shared some information. It'd be interesting to go through exactly what that's all about.
Yeah.
Oh, we did talk about the Alberta government's going to pay the parents of the kids who have to stay home from school $30 a day. That's which I find hilarious.
That's why no, that's a first. I've never heard of that before. Somebody's striking, so the government's going to pay you because they're striking.
That's right.
Why are they doing this? Is it
Make friends. I mean, election's only a year away.
that's true, I guess.
Now, apparently, Alberta has the lowest minimum wage now that 5 other provinces have raised their minimum wage.
What is our minimum wage? $15, $17?
15 something. We've got the Alberta government requesting a new bitumen pipeline to northern BC. That's something.
Yeah. To northern BC?
Yep.
Why would we want to ship bitumen up there? Oh, up into Alaska. Through northern BC, through the corner.
That's
Probably what it is. She was
kind
talking-
of the travel.
Danielle was talking about that a couple of years ago. 2 years ago.
Now, Bruce McAllister was the guy who made that faux pas
That's the guy.
during the next Alberta Next
Over the
panel.
next panel, yeah.
And Bruce McAllister, no offense, you've been busted and you're an idiot. I'd love to say nice things, but
If he was a nice guy, that'd be all right.
yeah.
But he's not a nice guy. Obviously, he's a very bad man.
But all Danielle Smith had to say was, she needed to apply or apologize that she did on X. There's no accountability. There's no. Now, Bruce McAllister is the executive director of the Premier's office, and he's the moderator of the panel who cut off the young man we've already shown on a couple of times. 17-year-old Evan Lee. Yeah. Anyways, so that's what's really in the news today on the CBC. And it's just more of the same. That's the part that I think is kind of bothersome, is that it's still never transparent across the board, and it's not the full story. So, and in terms of Calgary, apparently their new mayor, not their new, their old mayor, is under fire.
Who's this now? Oh, it's not Sodi, is it?
No. I forget what her name is.
Oh, it's her?
Yeah, she's a special piece of work. Jody Gondek.
Yeah.
I have a problem with her continuing what Nemshi did. That was one was bad, the other one is worse. Mm-hmm. So hopefully one of the new people coming in will replace her. One of the new candidates that's running against it will replace him with a more sensible way of doing business. What else do we have? Canada issues warning for citizens with gender-neutral passports traveling to
What the hell does that mean? Is that like your dogs and cats? Only two genders, man and woman. The frick is a gender
warning
gender
citizens
neutral.
who list X as their gender.
Could have problems getting into.
You know what?
Well, no wonder. What are they going to say? You're not man, you're not woman, you're an X. What the hell does that mean? I don't think we want you here. I wouldn't want them in my country. They were coming in to visit. Why? What are they visiting for? What are they up to?
Now, if
they can't even figure out if they're a man or woman.
We maybe should. I'm not even saying.
Maybe they should go somewhere else.
Another thing, Imperial Oil to cut 900 jobs, mostly from Calgary. And of course, the question becomes, if we're exporting more oil than we have.
Who did they sell to? Did they just sell a big part of their oil company and they don't need any more Canadians?
I can't answer that. We'd have to do some more homework on it. Yeah, I don't. At the end of the day, it's more of the same. The issues that are not being discussed are lengthy. So let's get down to some solutions. So, I'm going to hurt your brain.
Do it.
Because you're stuck on the curry that was brought in by our visitor.
Oh, no, I'm not stuck. It's coming out real soon.
I hate you. Okay, so listen. We'll just go through this easy. We have a solution. And I'm going to bring up what has always bothered me.
Uh-huh.
Some of this constitutional conversation. Some of this, not freedom. I'll lead you to it towards, you don't ask for a separation if you've never been married.
Why ask for a divorce when you've never been married?
So, there is only one solution that when you filter it all down to getting us on a level track. Now, our friend Grant Abram mentioned it yesterday in passing.
Mm-hmm. Statute of Westminster.
Just For the average person who does not know what that is,
It's a document that was presented to Canadians in December 11th, 1931 by King George VI. It basically said, you guys are on your own, we're out of here. That's when the Crown left Canada. Actually, they gave back the Commonwealth countries all of their freedom. Said, you're on your own. You can choose to continue on with the system you've been living in with these parasites. They didn't say that. Or you can build a constitution and start everything all over again. It's up to you. We're out. See you later. Crown has nothing to do with Canada. It hasn't since December 11, 1930. Nothing. Zero.
okay,
But they sure like to keep them up. Even when the King was in Ottawa here this past summer,
didn't
made
he
a
say
statement.
something
He
again?
made a statement in the, I think he was in the legislature, the House of Commons or something. Something along the lines of Canada being, what do you call it? He said, you guys are, I can't remember. I shouldn't even brought it up.
Well, the thing is that at our advanced age, memory is one of the
Yeah,
things
that's,
that goes.
that's exactly right.
But
Thank
he
you.
did make a statement. We've heard this a number of times.
Unceded land, unceded territory, something like that. But that means there are no controllers or rulers. You're basically being raped and pillaged, and nobody's doing anything about it.
Well, in BC, they just announced the land rights in Richmond are owned by a number of different
Tribes, six
tribes,
tribes. or something, yeah.
something along those lines. And that was a Supreme Court decision. That was a discussed and negotiated decision, and that part is finished. But they didn't discuss the people who paid money for the land.
Yeah.
They didn't discuss how that's going to work.
I don't know how that's going to work.
And-
the guy bought a piece of land in downtown Richmond area for $1 million 10 years ago. That's worth $6 million now. The way they've been jacking this
The price up,
with
yeah.
this mobile stuff. What are they going to? What are the Indians going to pay them for the land at least and let them? I don't know.
No.
I don't have.
Well, that's the whole thing is you can't just make judgments or those kind of assessments without having a pathway to finish off to an end
But
solution.
I think that's what they did. They just gave the land away, didn't they?
Well,
Is that part of UNDRIP?
I'm not even going to comment on it because until we have more evidence.
I don't know.
But we do know that that was one of a news story from a couple of days ago. And we do know that the decision is complete. So what we would do on this particular media platform is to share that's probably one of the most insane decisions with such massive impact that's incomplete. How do you come to the decision without it being complete? You can wonder what I'm talking about. So who owns the house that people have paid a mortgage on or have bought outright? Who owns it? Where is that mortgage going, being directed at for those mortgage payments? And I do have some questions.
I'll tell you who owns it. Stop paying your taxes and find out who comes collecting.
Yeah,
Comes to take your house back.
But does that mean that they have the rightful authority to collect the taxes?
I don't think they've ever had the right authority to collect taxes. Taxes were implemented after World War I, I believe, to help with raising money for rebuilding of roads and stuff like that. Getting
The infrastructure, yeah.
It was supposed to stop at a certain date, and it never did. They just continued going and raising everything higher and higher and higher, and finding more stuff to tax. Like even getting your driver's license, your hunting license, your fishing license, that's all basically taxes.
Yeah.
To do something God gave you permission to do free of charge.
Well, ask yourself this question because I think it's worthy of at least wondering. So I understood that the 3D 678 land that we're on, I'm going to say the wording was bought and paid for.
Yeah, they sold it, lock, stock, and barrel, a long time ago. I can't talk about it. I've read the articles on my phone here a couple months ago. A friend of mine sent them to me. He said, it's in plain, simple English.
It was like $5 and a couple of acres
$5 for the chiefs, and then it was $1 to each Indian or something like that. But then again, the Indians are saying that was a group of thugs that did that. You know what I mean? It's like our government. They had no right to do that. I don't blame them for saying that. Because I know we've got a bunch of thugs representing us that are giving everything away too, and we don't think they have the right to, right?
Yeah.
So it all comes down to not talking to the people, the rightful owners.
So how do we come to a happy agreement with our Indigenous Indian people here in Canada?
Well, we have to work with them, of course, and figure something out. I don't know. You'd have to sit down in meetings, but then again, you have to have the right people sitting in the meetings with them. So first, you got to get rid of these people that are running the place. They have to be changed out, 100%.
Sure sounds familiar to what it is we have to deal with, right?
It's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work. It's probably damn near impossible to do with the resources we have, because we're going up against a system that has unlimited resources. They own the printing presses.
Yeah.
They can print off the money as fast and as much as they want.
I'm not denying it. It's just that sooner or later somebody's got to start work. They got to start work on our municipalities, our province, our feds, the Indigenous rights. We haven't even got to the new immigrant laws.
New immigrant laws?
They're
They're building new laws?
The laws are changing.
Yeah.
Sharia law,
Don't even get me started on that.
but it's here.
I know it's here.
And we also have Chinese police stations.
Mm-hmm.
We have Russian and Chinese military amongst them, American as well.
And I've read about it's Harper, maybe it was one after, giving the Chinese the right to police their own businesses.
Yep.
So if you've got a mine, you can have your own police force on that mine.
Yep.
So you're bringing in, literally gave them permission to bring in, I don't know if it's Chinese military or.
The Koreans are like that out in Conklin.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Alberta.
Yep.
Holy shit.
There isn't a single Canadian that I was aware of
Working there even?
locations working there.
That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. It's like running a pipeline through the Indian and the communities. The Indians always get to work. Put them to work. We're coming through your community. We're going to put your boys to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't mind that. That's awesome. But these guys to have a whole mine up there, and then, of course, you don't have any whiteys or natives.
Yeah, but how is that any different than our farming communities? We have farms that are owned by foreign entities. When they harvest, it doesn't go in the Canadian books. It gets shipped directly back home.
Yeah, it's unacceptable. So if you're growing grain here, it should be going into the Canadian coffers and then shipped out accordingly. Plain and simple. This is all BS, hogwash.
So
that all starts with the government.
And again, that's the purpose of us being here. Not just today, but every other day we broadcast. So we've got 5:30 right now on hour number 7. And our donations have been very skimpy, to say the least.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know that we have much choice but to keep fighting to try and get some donations rolling in here. Simply because tomorrow and the day after and the day after are deadlines that we're trying to get new programming, new lots of things out there, folks. We have the tools. You can see we're delivering. Are there issues? Yeah, there's the odd issue, but we're fixing them. At least to the best we can. I'm not sure what's happening with the link on our website.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and take a look on our next break to see how that needs to be fixed. But audio, video, and print, folks.
Are you talking about people too much? Maybe that did they got it shut down, or is it something in our system?
I'm not sure.
Or are we being targeted?
I'm not sure.
Who knows?
But the problem is that much like the conspiracy theory, it's possible. That's the problem.
No question.
And if you are one of these people from outside of, normalcy, if you're a government official or a bureaucrat, You guys need to understand this, is that you can't just speak and everybody accepts the information that you're giving out.
When they're done with you, they'll be coming for you too. Don't worry.
What you have to remember is that the government, the judicial system, our political representatives, most bureaucrats, you're not trusted. And I'm not saying anything to be mean. It's just a fact. And the group as a whole has earned the reason why you're not trusted.
That's right.
So if you're looking to be trusted, then a little bit more transparency would be appreciated. And we will do what it is that we can to help share and calm the waters and get everybody on the same page, because we all that are honest want the same thing. That's a safe home, a future. And you know what? Is Pat coming in the next hour?
Yep.
He is? Okay. So we will come back. I'll make a note that one of the topics we're going to have is hope for our youth.
Pat's going to be talking about some of his recent guests.
Yeah?
He's had some whistleblowers on his show too. It should be pretty awesome.
Well, let's take a break. And when we come back, I know it's a couple minutes early. This is a short one. But basically, quite frankly, the listenership is not up at this minute. So we'll come back and hopefully people are just going from
Everybody's having
supper.
dinner. Yep.
And we will join you at the top of the hour. From Kirk and Red Dog, later.
See you later. We'll be back.